Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Making with the Manufacturers. Look at all this space in this bad boy. Okay, so last week we did Deja Vus and I had two of these orange pieces of paper and I used one, so that gets to stay in the stash. After Deja Vus, I have... what is this? Doodlebug design. And this is my only sheet of Doodlebug paper. And that might be sacrilege to some of you, but it is the only sheet that I have left. It is from 2000, the year 2000, and it is a very thin sheet of paper. And it was obviously marked as clearance because it has this glitter sticker on the back of it, and I picked it up from some scrapbook store. So, since this is my only sheet of Doodlebug, this is going to be it, you guys. I'm going to bring in other paper for sure. Super thin. No idea what I'm doing yet. Wow, this is thin paper. Doodlebug makes much thicker paper these days. Well, let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I'm starting out with this bright plaid paper that we talked about just a few moments ago. And I'm also going to bring in this black heart on vellum. Now, I love this black heart on vellum paper. I pick it up at Hobby Lobby when it is half off. And since it has those black hearts on it, I decided to kind of tie that into the whole layout by trimming down that super thin paper and placing it on top of some black cardstock. So not only is that going to kind of mute that super bright pattern, but it's also going to tie in the black hearts, and then it's also going to give me a little bit of stability on that super thin paper. So I have my photo, and I don't know if you can really see all of the colors that are in that plaid, but to me it felt like the yellow was a good coordinating color for it. Not that it is an exact match of anything that is in there, but it is a bright color. It goes with that bright feeling of the plaid paper. So I've got this 8x8 green paper. It's from an Echo Park Dots and Stripes, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of all these 8x8 papers because they're great smaller patterns to tie into matting photos, and I'm almost out of them. But this green is a pretty good color match for the green that is in kind of that sketchy plaid in the background. I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of LA Studio things. So I do subscribe to LA Studio monthly kit, and you get 4x6 cards, 3x4 cards, and some fun die cuts. Now the good thing is that they come in shapes and things like that so that you can cut them up. You don't have to use them as cards. As you guys know, I don't really do a whole lot of pocket page scrapbooking, but I like to use pocket cards in my scrapbook layouts. So since it has the purple in the plaid, what I'm going to do is make sure that I use the purple colors from the die cuts, and I'm just going to layer up things here. Now this is going to be a pretty flat layout. All of my layers are paper layers, and there's no pop foam or anything like that to give it dimension. Now you might be like, what is going on with you, Sandy? You know, yesterday's layout had lots of dimension and texture and things like that, and this one does not. Well, that's true. I like a variety in my albums. I don't want everything to look the exact same. Now you can definitely look at my layouts and be like, yep, that's Sandy's style, but I don't want you to look at it and be like, oh, there's another flat page, another flat page, another flat page. Oh, there's a bumpy page. Like I want my albums to have a good amount of variety and depths and textures. Like, to me, that makes the most interesting albums, especially when I'm just working through our chronological family albums. Now, if I have an album like a Disney album or the Punta Cana album where I want a single overarching theme, that's a whole different story. Like, my philosophy changes almost 100% on that. And that's the great thing about scrapbooking, you guys, is you can have a bunch of different kinds of album philosophies based on whatever project or album you're working on. Now, I do add some of these little acrylic hearts. So I guess the page isn't 100% flat. There is going to be just a tiny, tiny little bit of lift. So I am using these black thickers because I used the black on the background of the layout and also the black heart. So figured might as well bring some more black in there. So it says mug, and I'm just adjusting it because the foam stickers can kind of go misshapen on you a little bit, and sometimes you just need to make them back to what they need to be. So these are also going to be foam letter stickers. Wow, couldn't get that out of my brain. Now these are glitter letter stickers, and I struggled because I didn't have any more ends, but I do say no pants, and I'm still able to say that because I take a U and place it upside down so it looks like an N. So this can be a bunch of different things. It could be favorite no pants mug, it could be favorite mug no pants, like however you want to read it, go for it. But the mug says if it requires pants, it's not happening. So I love this mug. It's one of my favorite coffee mugs. Actually, all my coffee mugs are one of my favorite coffee mugs, I think, but it's true. So I throw on some black enamel dots, again, just to get that black color down on the layout. I'm going to add a tiny, tiny little bit of journaling, and then that is going to do it for this layout. You guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's Making with the Manufacturers. Let me know if you have a lot of Doodlebug in your stash, or are you like me and surprised to find that this was your only sheet of Doodlebug that you had. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again real soon for another video.